1, Mike Armand.
Thank you. Well, they said, come on up to this and give your elevator speech. And I said, well, we don't have a problem. We don't have any elevators in Oak Hill. So you're going to have to bear with me a little bit. We do have a number of things we need to pay attention to in Oak Hill. We have about 1,700 people in town. It's a quiet, relaxed town. We like that a lot. However, we got 2,900 pending building permits in Edgewater. And now that Farmington bought Restoration, that's another 8,500. So where's that growth coming towards us next? Are we ready? Not a chance. Well, we have a future land use plan because every city in Florida is supposed to have a future land use plan. It's like a dog that chases a car. Okay, I caught one. Now what do I do with it? We're not even close to ready. We have conflicts between zoning and future land use. So we can't direct or guide what's coming our way, whether we like it or not. We need to resolve these conflicts so that will work out. Also, fixing the conflicts will allow us to develop our commercial corridor. We don't have any place for anybody to work in Oak Hill. You can't build an economy on palmetto berries and meth labs. It doesn't work, I'm sorry. I know. We got to be realistic. So we're looking to put together our commercial corridor along US 1, and we have to fix the zoning for that. We do have an economic development plan from DEO. I got the grant. However, before I say, I got the grant, I can say I was in the right place at the right time to say thank you to the right person. Having said that, you make your own luck. So we're going to work with that. We have problems with taxes. We're already up against the ceiling on our tax rate. Can't go vertically. We need to pay for the services. We get our police protection from the Volusia County Sheriff's Office. Their bills go up every year. We have insurance for the people in the city. That goes up every year. We can't raise the taxes, and we don't want to raise the taxes. So my answer to that is, instead of going up, let's go that way. Let's annex the commercial properties along the patchwork along US 1, city, county, city, city, county, city, and so forth. Get them in the city, get them on our tax rolls. We need to plan ahead. It's coming whether we like it or not. Any questions, please? If you're from Oak Hill, and I've seen a couple of them here, remember me on November 6th. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Armand. We'll now be moving on to the City of Edgewater. First up will be Edgewater City Council District 1, Christine Power.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. I would like to thank the Southeast Volusia Chamber of Commerce for putting this on every couple of years. It's I'm very appreciative. Happy to see some familiar faces, some people that I don't know yet. That's also great. My name is Christine Power. I am currently the Vice Mayor in Edgewater. I have been on the council for 6 years now, and I very much enjoy working with a team of people that we have up there. We don't always agree on everything, but we seem to find a way to work things through and come up with some kind of a compromise and a solution and an answer at the end. And for that, I am grateful to be part of that team. I am a retired Merchant Marine officer. I retired with my master's, with my captain's license, unlimited tonnage at the ocean, which is kind of fun. It was a great job. But when I retired from that, and actually while I was working, this became the place that I wanted to spend my life. I love Southeast Volusia. I was in New Smyrna for a little bit, and then kind of went to the quiet city of Edgewater, and I enjoy being there, and I enjoy raising my kids there, and enjoy, again, being part of the team that is moving forward and going always a little bit better, a little bit cleaner, a little bit nicer looking every day, every way in the city of Edgewater. And please remember me in November when you vote. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Power. Next up will be City of Edgewater Mayor's Race, Mike Ignasiak.
Thank you, Mike. I wanted to thank you for that lead-in. The Farmington project is a huge project. It will be coming, but what I want everybody to know, can you hear me now? Yes. Don't start playing. It's a 50-year build-out and encompasses the county of Volusia, the city of New Smyrna, and the city of Edgewater. Hi, I'm Mike Ignasiak. I'm the mayor of the city of Edgewater, and I'm running for re-election. I love the city of Edgewater. I want to see it grow, and I want to see it prosper, and that's why I'm running for re-election. In the past 4 years, we've had tremendous gains in the city, both economically and also from the quality of life issues through here. I've been focused on three main things during my administration: economic development, smart growth of our community, and amenities for our citizens. Our manufacturing base in Edgewater has literally exploded over the last couple of years. We're seeing a tremendous upkeep in jobs and job opportunities in the buildings. Take a look at Boston Whaler, which is our largest employer right now, and probably one of the largest private employers here in Volusia County, a $50 million expansion. Dougherty Manufacturing has taken off again. We have gone from a situation a number of years ago where we had more people than jobs to we now have more jobs than people. The number one complaint I hear out there from all our employers is finding a workforce and finding people to get in there with it. We have a great economic development council. We have a great economic development coordinator, Samantha Bergeron, and I tell them, keep the pedal down, don't take it off. We are a growing community, but we're growing at a controlled rate. Presently, we have over 400 homes sited, which are going to break ground in the city of Edgewater within the next 6 months. There are another 400 and some homes in that project, which are set to come online next year once they go through the planning process. It's through there. We believe in smart growth. We believe in controlled growth. One thing we want to hold on to desperately is our sense of identity and our sense of community. And we're very concerned about that every time we look at a project. Lastly, I want to talk about Parks and Recreation's entity. The city, we have spent millions and millions of dollars upgrading our parks and amenities for our citizens. Our Rails to Trail program is taking off. You can now ride from Edgewater and go all the way to Titusville, or if you so choose, you can ride all the way to Osteen. We've connected up with New Smyrna. Our blue trails are out working. Get out on the kayaks, you can go all over the place through here. We've got sidewalks up and down US 1. We're now redoing all the sidewalks on Roberts Road because of the kids that are coming to school and going back. Plus, you would not believe the number of people that get out and walk at night and go ahead and use that through there. Our Gemstone is a $3.5 million project, which we call Whistle Stop Park, which is a complete rescrape and redo. We're set to have a grand opening for that in March of 2019, and we want to see you out there because this is something we're giving back to the citizens, showing their taxpayer. And if you believe we're headed in the right direction, I would appreciate your support coming up on the polls because I believe the best for Edgewater is yet to come. And lastly, I want to recognize my granddaughter, Kylie Smith, who is the president of the local high school, SGA, who is here gaining government experience. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Next up, we'll be moving to New Smyrna candidates. Briefly before New Smyrna candidates, we have the New Smyrna Beach Public Information Officer, Philip Vesky, to speak about the Turnbull Bay Bond Project.
Hey everybody, thanks. Yeah, I just want to say, I think it's funny that in this room full of political heavyweights, really if you think about it, Michael with the lights here is the most powerful person in the room. We're all sweating the lights up here, right? So thank you for that introduction. I am not a candidate. I'm the Public Information Officer here for the City of New Smyrna Beach. Before that, I proudly served in the United States Navy as a Naval Flight Officer in the mighty F-18F Super Hornet. And I was at my last duty station in Naples, Italy, over at 6th Fleet Headquarters. Married my wife over there in Positano on the Amalfi Coast. And I asked her, all right, honey, anywhere in the world you want to go, you and me, let's do it. And she said, New Smyrna Beach. She loves it here. Her mother lives right over the causeway here. And, you know, as we kind of start our family, she wanted to be close to hers as we kind of integrate with the community here. So we're loving it. We love being here. I want to talk to you right now about the Turnbull Creek Water Quality, Wildlife Habitat, and Natural Areas Protection Bonds. Normally this is a half-hour presentation with a full question and answer panel at the end, but I've only got 3 minutes here, right? So we're going to keep it simple. We're going to go who, what, when, where, why, and how at the very end, right? But let's start with what, okay? You can read the official ballot language on some handouts I have on the website, but really, in essence, what it's asking is the voters here in New Smyrna Beach, do you want to authorize the City Commission to issue up to $15 million in general obligation bonds for the purpose of acquiring properties along Turnbull Creek that may currently be zoned for development and instead setting them aside in their natural state? So let's move to the why, right? Why are we doing this? So I only started here a couple months ago, like I said, but since I've been here and throughout the whole year at our coastal community resiliency sessions that we've been having right here at the Brandon Center every month, at our city commission meetings, on walking tours with elected officials and city staff, phone, email, we hear a lot of concerns from our residents. And two that really kind of stuck out to us is water quality, concern about water quality and the impact that recent development is having on it, right? And two, with all the development happening so quickly, what can we do to set aside the natural areas that we have here in New Smyrna Beach? So city staff got together, put their heads together, did their homework, and reached out to the Trust for Public Land. Now this is kind of a segue into the who portion. The Trust for Public Land is a national not-for-profit organization who specializes in working with local governments like us on land conservation initiatives just like this. They've managed to successfully conserve over 200,000 acres of beaches and parks here in Florida. They've managed to secure funding over $68 billion nationwide, $10 billion here in Florida alone, right? So this is all they do, they're the specialists. Talking about City of New Smyrna Beach, right? This isn't our first rodeo when it comes to land conservation. We've got 5 parks here that we've established with state and county grants. Speaking of state grants, Nancy Maddox, our Director of Leisure Services here with the city, has applied for a Florida Communities Trust grant, $3.64 million, and part of the bonds would be used as matching funds for that to acquire the first property that we would be looking at. All right, so let's talk about the where. So, well, first let's go back to the why. Why Turnbull Creek, right? It's a critical waypoint, environmentally speaking, because the waters flow north from it up into Turnbull Bay, Spruce Creek, right? Indian River, and the ocean beyond. So whatever goes into that creek is going into the rest of our local waterways, right? So where is Turnbull Creek, right? Not a lot of people know. Even people who live here might not know. It starts kind of at the Sugar Mill Ruins down by Old Mission Road and goes all the way up to Turnbull Bay by the airport, right? And if you still don't know where that is, we've scheduled a series of walking tours. The next one is this Saturday at 8:30 in the morning. Come on down to Holland Park, 357 Otter Boulevard, and come out. We've got speakers from the Marine Discovery Center talking about some of the local plant life, wildlife, and the waterways, and we've got speakers from the Museum of History here in New Smyrna Beach as well. Not a lot of people know that it's on the National Register of Historic Places as Andrew Turnbull's Grand Canal back during the British colonial period. Okay, so let's talk about the when. So, really, we say election day, it's election month, isn't it? Because you've got early voting starting on October 27th, we've got mail-in ballots and stuff. So after if the ballot measure is approved, it would go through, the first election results would be ratified, and then we would go through a bond process. Every step of the way, the TPO will be giving briefings to our city commission. I'll be posting all the updates on our city website, so it'll be a fully transparent and open process. Finally, let's get to the how, right? Sounds great, Phil, but things cost money. We understand. So, just using a basic example, if all of the funds are issued upfront over 20 years, average home value, $171,363, for a full-time resident, your end would be $29.53 per year, or $248 per month, so $2 or $3 there. So, if you say, Phil, I've got a budget, I may not be able to swing that, understood. But if land conservation, water quality, wildlife habitat, these things are important to you, and you think you can get value in those $2 to $3, then I encourage you to look a little bit deeper into it. Go to our city's website for it. It's www.cityofnsd.com/GOB. That's short for General Obligation Bonds. Or just Google it. Turnbull Creek Bonds, New Smyrna Beach. Should be one of those top hits. I'm in the danger zone here. Thanks, Mike.
Thank you, Philip. Next up, we're moving on to New Smyrna Beach City Commission Zone 1. First up will be Peggy Bellflower.
Hello, I'm Peggy Bellflower. Hello, Steve Provost. I'm running for City Commissioner Zone 1, as I was introduced. I want to say thank you for attending this gathering tonight, and thank you to the Southeast Volusia Chamber of Commerce for hosting it and sponsoring it. And I want to ask you to vote for me. Any of you citizens who are here tonight that live in New Smyrna Beach, everyone can vote for any zone of commissioner. So I'm asking you to vote for me because I am going to represent every citizen in the city once I'm elected. And I'm going to make a positive change on the city commission. I'm not going to slow the growth to a stop. I'm not going to encourage more growth. I want managed business for our city, including the growth, which is a big issue here right now. And I want to say that we also need to look at our citizen boards, give them more responsibility, and when they make a decision, require them to follow through with it, and not have the city hall to supersede what their decisions are. I want to thank the City Public Information Officer for promoting the Turnbull Bay Initiative, but I'm not sure quite why he did that tonight since he's not a candidate. There are a lot of opinions on the Turnbull Bay Initiative. I won't get into it tonight, but if anyone has a question, ask me and I'll be happy to talk to you what my opinion is on it. Again, I'm Peggy Bellflower, and I'm running for Zone 1 Commissioner in New Smyrna Beach, and every citizen can vote for me, and I will represent every citizen in the city, whether you vote for me or not. Thank you a lot.
Thank you. Next up, we will have New Smyrna Beach City Commission, Zone 1, Michael Colodi.
Good evening. I've been involved in the city government from the outside for any number of years. I appeared at commission meetings, I appeared at planning and zoning meetings, and a few others. Because I didn't like the way things were being run and I wanted to voice my opinion, which I did. By background, I have 40 years experience as a civil engineer, a planner, and an environmental expert. I have been elected elsewhere. I've served for governments. I know how the government works. I know how to work with it, both from the private side and from the government side. It's something that has been missing in this town for a long time. I've also decided to, first of all, I don't take any support from any type of group, one way or the other. I do run this all on my own. I have the support staff of my wife. I have taken to door-to-door campaigning because I find out that people are more comfortable telling you what really concerns them when they're standing on their front porch. I've had a certain number of issues that have bothered me. Main one being overdevelopment. This town has approved any number of thousands of houses in the past, which we are obligated and contractually responsible to allow them to develop. It'll happen. We will have 6,000 to 8,000 more houses, and the city has not taken too many steps to integrate them into our various neighborhoods and our beach. It is a problem that I would like to solve. I was on the Economic Development Board, and my concern was we're developing two cities, and we don't have a connection between the two of them. One is not really involved with the other, and I would like to make a positive connection because there are a lot of new citizens coming, and I want them to be well represented. I am now, after a few years of requesting it, I've been appointed as a member of the Planning and Zoning Board. There has been kind of a sea change on that board, and that is now a responsible board that looks at all sides of development. We've turned down some projects that we feel are overdeveloped. We do support other projects. The big problem is it's an advisory board, and for years we have been ignored and overturned by the commission. I want to take a step up. I want to have that final say to make things better. Our quality of life has changed. We are not going to cut down on our development, and we are not going to turn away our citizens who come from other areas. I thank you for your time.